have Dishonored. This is the original, not the remaster. As you can see, under the name, there is no plus backwards compatibility markings. Yeah. Dishonored is not backwards compatible. Wait, don't I have achievements for Charlie Murder? What? I was about to say. Okay, wow, alright. Dishonored. I have a short guide which tells me when I can no longer go back and pick stuff up. I'm not looking to get everything, but I will try to will try to not miss stuff. Unreal, okay. So you know this isn't frame capped at all. Game is saving, don't turn your shit off. Got it. Okay. Graphics are not as good as they could be because, one, this isn't the remastered version, this is the original, and two, it is an open world game. But honestly, like that, for an open world game, that looks fine. That honestly looks fairly good. Interesting ship. A whale? Okay, so that's a different way to do some whaling. Although, in reality, that whale would fall the fuck right apart. Its flesh would not be able to stay together. Okay, before we start, I actually want to look at the achievements for this game. Pick-a-pocket. Oh wow. That's 30 points. Wow, so that one's substantially harder. Only kill the key targets, don't alert anyone else. That's harder than just don't alert anyone. Oh no, no. It's easier, just slightly. Don't alert the key targets. Like, don't alert anyone. I'm gonna have to be careful with the walls of light because apparently they will destroy coins that you pick up. Apparently there's like arc projectors that do something similar. They disintegrate, they'll kill you, but they won't destroy your coins. Wall of light will destroy your coins. I think others kill 5 of their own allies. Wow, that's savage. Stay in possession of others? Four enemies in less than 1 second use the so times 4 headshot. Level 30 meters in less than 1 second. So some form of teleport, I take it. Okay. Well, shit. There's more collectibles. Secret. Secret. DLC, I think. Knife of Dunwall. Yeah, that's DLC. Attach an arc mine to a rat. Does that have to be in the Dunwall DLC? For optimal experience, we recommend installing Dishonored to your Xbox 360 hard drive like it currently is. Complete installation requires 5 gigabytes of free space. But it's installed. What? It is it is installed. Oh crap. I downloaded it. Like, does it have to download and install and then install again with 5 gigs free? Getting started in the manual. What manual? This was digital. This is a digital copy. These it for 5 gigs free, even though it's already installed. You know, the game was only like 4 gigs, though. How to use mana elixir? I don't even know what that is. Thanks to the train, you can hear me chewing. Great. Yes, I would like to know what I'm saying, or know what I'm hearing. Especially considering my headphones are so quiet. Lean, use, sheath, pull out, take away. Snack. Jump, block, attack, gadget, power, ability selection, move, run, camera, zoom. Okay. Selectable abilities. Okay. Journal, okay. Looks okay, I guess. Yeah, I don't see anything particularly, like, needing to be changed. Alright. Do it. Normal. Oh, wow. What previous autosaves? I'm gonna need to get a drink real soon. You've just returned from a journey of several months, visiting other nations in the Empire to ask for aid in dealing with the rat plague. You must deliver the diplomatic response to the Empress. You serve as Lord Protector. And there was a hair on my tongue as I was speaking that. Blech.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away.
Oh.
Take us straight to Dunwall Tower.
Proportions.
To the Empress, and we've come a long way.
There's a little bit of a cartoony look.
Bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important.
Gun should be pointed upwards. The ball will fall out. Should be either level or the barrel be diagonally up. Okay. Reminds me of Wind Waker. Oh, there's no gap in the wall for the wheels.
The Empress will be waiting for your moves, Polo.
Nice clip.
Corvo, she's waiting. We should go see the Empress. Fair voyage, sir.
So this boat had a couch? Well, shit. You're damn right I'm gonna explore this place.
Fewer ships moving along the river now. The plague.
Oh, I can just jump down there and die.
She's waiting in the pavilion.
What to do next time?
Yes. Pressure was too long. Touchy.
Just don't do anything crazy. Sokolov's changing everything again. We don't know what the hydraulics can do now.
We've got him here today doing a portrait. If there's a time to try something, it's now.
There he is. Good voyage, sir. Highest waterlock in the Empire, they say.
Welcome back, Lord Protector. You were lucky to get away for a bit. The plague is only getting worse here.
Oh shit. Same.
Hello, sir. The Spy Master is with her, but she'll want to see you right away.
Her Majesty is waiting in the pavilion. Good to have you back, sir.
She's in the pavilion, sir. She'll be glad to see that you're back.
Check everywhere. Oh, it's not symmetrical.
Corvo, you're back! Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master. Okay, here we go. Did you see any monsters while traveling to the other isles? My nanny says the big ocean's full of them. Any more climbing lessons? Someday I'm going to climb up to the rooftop.
How do I do the climbing thing? Okay.
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find
I don't even know how to hide.
Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Ah, okay. So you have to be in stealth mode. Oh, garbage truck. She didn't try very hard. Okay. An archer slit? Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Never run out of stamina, you can always run.
The Lord Spy Master is with her, but she said to show you right in. She's in the pavilion, sir. Her Majesty will be relieved to know you're back with us.
You can't climb up those.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigar? Welcome home, Lord Protector.
Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. Wherever you've been.
They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid.
A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep...
Then why aren't you making it?
See ya, Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
You saw my improvements to the water line. See what I'm forced to paint. The High Overseer is no beauty.
Just walk on your paintings.
It was a fool's errand, Corvo. The plague comes from inside us. We must all strengthen our faith.
High Overseer, I must ask you to hold your pose.
No foreigner can save us from the consequences of our corrupt society. No fancy elixirs either.
What are you doing? I need the bottle to draw the eye away from Campbell. I suppose I can paint him without the cider, though in truth he's always close to the stuff.
Okay.
She'll see you at once.
Did the city get any worse?
Yes, of course. Good to have you back, sir. It's been good traveling with you, Corvo. Have you ever met my niece Callista? She's getting more beautiful every year.
Hello, my lord.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Yes, you look like you've already got the plague.
Think you'll get your own squad after
Lord
what happened last
Protector,
night?
I know
Never
the
doubt
Empress
it.
will be delighted to have you back. Don't you have a message to deliver?
Take me with you on a trip one day, please. Everyone seems scared because of the rat plague. I'm glad you're here.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you brought? I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here.
Right trigger to attack. Left trigger to attack.
Emily, get behind me! My sweet daughter.
Who are those men, Mother?
I don't know, Emily. Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again!
Mommy!
No! Get away from her!
Corvo! Mommy! Get away!
Yeah. Kind of saw that coming a little bit.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her.
So, either Corvo wanted control,
Know what to do. Won't you?
committed a coup,
Corvo.
or was helping somebody else make a plague.
Us all, look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
No.
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
6 months have passed since you were accused by the royal spy master, who is obviously not a master of spies, unless he was in on it, of murdering the Empress and conspiring to abduct her daughter Emily, the royal heir. Now locked away in Coldridge Prison, the time of your execution draws near. Now excuse me while I get a drink. I had a rough start this morning, man. I'll tell you that shit right now. What am I doing? Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna get water from my water bottle by pouring it into the cap. I guess the rough morning hasn't stopped. Okay.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this.
Kind of hypocritical.
You almost sank our plans, but it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo.
Guards! Take him back to his cell.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
Corvo, who we are is irrelevant. Right now, just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. And good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. Fucking roach. Fucking roach. We all start with innocence, but the world leads us to guilt. my stone bed. Well, shit.
Let me know if you want to gamble on the hounds again. You're such a choffer.
Okay, so in Dishonored, once you blow up the outer prison door and leap into the river, you cannot get back up. Prevents your return to the prison.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow. It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily. So it's an occasion. Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector.
Why do you look familiar?
Curse those rich milk bloods for putting me here.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crew. Unless accompanied by...
I shouldn't be here. Now I'm gonna die for nothing. I smell you from here.
Must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
The executioner is something that's all I have to something. Be thoughtful for.
Good for you. Cut some throats.
Who's gonna feed you afterwards?
Hey, kill a guard for me, will ya? Let me out. I've got 3 days before they cut my head off. Tell Slackjaw I'm in here. He's gotta get me out. Burn this.
Huh? Assassinate unaware enemy, pressing right trigger or approach an unaware from behind an enemy and hold right button to perform a non-lethal takedown. Using stealth and non-lethal approaches benefits fewer rats and weepers. Oh, really? So, stealth and non-lethal approach. So, more rats and weepers come out later, whatever weepers are. Guess crying people? And the ending, so there's a good and a bad ending depending on if you kill people and not kill people.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to personnel assigned to the event.
Hey, don't you owe me a drink? There ain't no way I'd steal from the Boyle family. I just worked in their room. I'll flush you. Dwarves! Watch it! Take
Okay. I guess I had to hold it?
acid! Help!
Alright, just kill me. I fucked that up big time.
You're fish bait now. hear Morris was dragged off by the overseers for some black magic nonsense?
I shouldn't be here. Now I'm gonna die for nothing. There ain't no way I'd steal from the Boyle family. I just worked on their roof.
You're out. Good for you. Cut some throats.
Can't talk to him.
Hey, kill a guard for me, will ya?
As bad as us betting on the dogfights.
Let me out. I've got 3 days before they cut my head off. Tell Slackjaw I'm in here.
Solitary
He's
wing
gotta
is
get me
off
out.
limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
For the watch! Which no blood's from I don't belong here. I never did nothing. She lied.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Only what lean. Okay.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort to the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Okay. Ratto. Money, 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 money. Pistola.
Seen anybody with signs of the sickness?
I don't need shit.
Wait. Eat. Aren't those just like health? Okay, so they're dogfighting. Scudder versus Blackie. Wager on the most vicious hounds in the city as they rend one another jaw and fang. Come to the pub known for the best ales and the freshest blood ox stew. Ugh.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries.
We know you're here. We'll find you. I'll flush you out. Can't stay hidden forever. Where are you?
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance unless accompanied by an officer of the wall. Escort to the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Can you see me from here while I'm leaning?
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
You see me, I wonder? Let's see how OP leaning is.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance.
Ooh, glad I came back up here.
By an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Wait, but there were two guys. There were two guys that ran down.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Tell hallway.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort to the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Okay, now how do I close and lock my cell with them in it? Oh look! It's like at work.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Whale oil tax.
Attention. The solitary
Order shall prevail. Okay, well my order is that you let me walk out of here.
officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
I have 3 bullets. 3 guns equals 3 bullets, I guess.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Yeah. some of that's mine. Duty Officer's Report, Corvo's Interrogation. Corvo Atano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves. Follow their orders without hesitation and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. You know, I'm used to like a bunch of old types of technology and putting new types of stuff in old technology, but this one in particular is particularly stupid. You cannot do audio on like a single punch card like this. It would have to be flippin' massive. And the audio would be really slow. Like, what you just heard from that would probably take, like, several minutes, assuming the card goes really quickly, to hours. Like, you would need a mile of this type of punch card for that message. Okay. Let me do a little giggle search here. Okay. Put this in perspective. A single punch card would not be able to hold a completely text tweet. Okay? You could put 80 characters. About 80 characters on a punch card like this. Like 80 letters and numbers, and that includes spaces. Here's another perspective. 1 terabyte, 1,000 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, it would take 12.5 billion of these punch cards. So yeah, an audio file, like playing audio on something like this, is completely ridiculous, and actually to the point to where it takes me out of the game. If you know anything about any technology, like fantastical retro types of technology, this is not something that should have been. This should have been saved specifically for short messages. In fact, this should have been the letter here. Maybe on 2 punch cards. Like this, and yeah, this. No. This does not work. An audio player like this would basically be a music box. Like, that's as advanced as you could get with this type of thing, with a punch card. You wouldn't be able to do words, you wouldn't be able to do inflection. Like, that wouldn't be a thing. And it certainly wouldn't sound like actual voice. Huh. Okay. You can't just pick up any old thing like this bin or something. No, you specifically have to pick up what they give you. Specific things that they put out. Okay. Well, that's embedded in whatever that is. Looks like it might have been made to rotate, but instead they just embedded it. Excerpt from book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows the proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn and must begin the march to an outpost outside the city. Therefore, the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to Whitecliff. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. Okay, wow.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday. Forget it.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
You're such a choffer.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Hey, I heard you got eaten alive at cards. Blow off.
No, stupid goddamn.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Stupid goddamn.
Huh? Must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Stupid goddamn.
Wow. This is pretty cool, actually. Despite all, like, the graphical bugs and hastily put together stuff. Like, the atmosphere for this game is interesting. Guess it's also timely to play with the, you know, the plague in the game and the plague, you know, in real life. Like, that was unintentional. I didn't actually remember that there was a plague in the game. I should have marked this my first playthrough, actually. Because it is. I saw a few clips, read a few articles, but... pretty much everything's new to me.
Execution is tomorrow, right? Yeah, but everything has to be set up today. I can't wait to see his head roll. Not everyone did. I really like it.
The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing.
Crap.
Scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Seen anything scary?
Shut up.
Right?
Huh? What the fuck?
Personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
I have Thursday foods. Both I and my character must eat. At least I am not going to be eating the jellied eels.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crew unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
I was right, food is health.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitary.
Wow, there's no autosave and I hadn't saved this whole time. Guess I've just been pretty lucky. Gotta go prepare to eat.
Only. Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice. Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only. Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
Okay.
Escort through the solitary
Back.
wing must be scheduled in
Have my
advance
food.
with 1 week's notice.
Ooh, Chinese food. Looks good. Got Peking pork and Mandarin chicken. There. Need a perk. Yep. Need a perk to eat my perk.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Yeah, I checked over there. Yeah, I need to go to bed in like 2 hours to fix my sleeping schedule. So, phone, you are not helping.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance.
Set off an alarm at me. How dare you?
Officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Door control. A whole box of 2 bullets. Feels special.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Wasn't there some coins on the other side? Guess not. Crap.
Watch it.
With 1 week's notice.
was a mistake. Here's the point.
Check everywhere.
We know you're here.
The Region is going to be pissed if the execution needs to be postponed.
Find you, it's gonna be bad. We'll find you.
Call out if you see him.
Nah. You won't find him. He'll find you.
Catching this rat.
No past trusting, huh? You have escaped Cold Ridge Prison with the help of your hidden allies. The help of hidden allies. If you can reach the Wren Haven River, promise to aid you in your next move. The outsider walks among us. Who do you think would see that?
How many people did he kill on his way out of the prison? I guess if you killed the Empress, you don't care about a few guards.
Shut up. Look at this stuff. Somebody's been down here.
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps.
Another thing that's embedded.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Corvo.
You're afraid of him? He's Draconian. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Kids like you, you never saw what he was like. I saw him fight 3-1 in the practice yard. In a whirlwind.
Oh.
Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked and you've broken free from Cold Ridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out into the river. He will bring you to us. By a friend who will meet you soon.
I hope it is too.
Oh wow. Okay. Their numbers aren't changing, so they're an immovable element to this area. Exactly what I expected. If these really were the sewers, water wouldn't be that clear. Man. Damien's journal. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing we can do but wait. We're very sick, but there's no place above to hide from the city watch. Breaking into houses all over our district, so we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit the city. Come on, get up there. Oh, can't close it. Warm Street. one will keep us all from, or no one will keep us from death.
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies in the carts headed to the flooded district?
Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. And I don't want to catch the plague, do you?
No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. Let the rats eat them.
Oh, crap. Seems like a good place to save.
responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody.
Temporarily.
Are dead by his hand. He is to be captured or killed at any cost.
Maybe I shouldn't have eaten that. Geez, this is all still the first mission. Okay, so that's where I have to go. Well, that thing shoots straight. Okay. Try this again. Ow. For rent? What? I guess I did that the dumb way, huh? Maybe not. Oh. Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man, Samuel, near where these tunnels spill into Wrenhaven River. All haste and good luck. We share a common purpose. Do. Glad I didn't have to hold it. Otherwise I would have blown up. In case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. But it's right there. Oh. Okay.
He won't get past me, sir.
Do you know who we're hunting here? Try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard. Sounds like a dead reaper in here. Probably is. They come here to die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out.
Actually, that was what I was going to try. Oh, we got a bot in chat. Bot is soliciting followers. That violates Twitch's policy. I mean, funnily enough, soliciting followers I don't think actually violates Twitch's policy. But definitely using like fake followers, that does. So, I don't know. Maybe there's something they can do about that. don't know, block that particular IP address. Completely missed. Got that right. Took care of one.
Stupid goddamn.
Something weird going on. What? Take that! Fall down already! Watch it! Bastard!
Oh. I think I'm going to redo that.
Wonder how deep it is. Huh?
I know you're here.
Oh, crap.
I know you're somewhere around here. Call out if you see him.
Okay.
Heard some. Gotcha. Take it. Here you are. Get it.
Hold on. snake does nothing. Okay, there we go. To the game again. These rats are doing their job of making me paranoid.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair disappearance
Thank you.
of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, temporarily escaped state custody. Several brave officers of the state are dead by his hand. He is to be captured or killed at any cost.
Corvo, over here. Quickly, I'm a friend. I'm Samuel, and I work with some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Oh, there's that many coins I missed? I wonder where they were. I was really trying to stay undetected too.
the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
I'm gonna go this way. What? Damn it. Pickups.
Not surprised. He was the personal bodyguard. It's still amazing.
Trevor. I eat my rice before it gets cold. I'm gonna take a look around. Mysteries of Pandisa, excerpt from a book on the far continent Pandasia. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandasian continent as a place of wonder where all of life has entwined and blossomed across aeons, producing a vibrant ecology of unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers, from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, cults of some men engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure.
Unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary. Remember, the boldest measures are
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get to the Empress. I'm sure the Admiral's anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here. I wouldn't hang about if I were you. From what I understand, time's getting short.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help you?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia. We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way.
Yes. Lydia's a servant here as well. The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. Something happened and drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right. Admiral Havelock made it very clear that we aren't to carry lamps outside.
Okay, great. Some of the money items just look like regular rocks.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
The Theme of Dishonored? Well, you are a particular country's right hand, and then you get framed for the murder of that country's leader. And this is all happening during a plague. So yeah, a coup during a plague. That was unintentional, but sounds kind of familiar. No?
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
Hiding the plague is punishable by death? I mean, I'm trying to come up with something witty here, but that's not working. So, that makes no sense. I guess it's to prevent it from being spread unknowingly to others. It makes sense, but there's also a part of it that doesn't. Oh. Yeah. You hide the plague, then you can catch the plague and die. Well, I mean, if you hide the plague, you can accidentally spread it to people who don't. I mean, we've seen examples of that all across the U.S. in this past year and a half, so... What am I looking for currently? I am looking for valuables.
Care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring their...
Seems this room's just for atmosphere and decoration. At least right now. There we go.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral. I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Litany on the White Cliff. Excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by High Overseer Abraham Templeton. I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together, We will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy gray wastes of the outsider. For the foggy gray... Sounds like a weird part of a sentence there. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way, and to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Everything looks extremely filthy. You think you know how the plague started, so you're trying to redeem yourself or just running away? Yes. Trying to find out who the true killer... Well, trying to reveal who the true killer is. Harpooner songs. Okay, well, I'm not going to be reading this. You have a theory on how the plague started? I do too. I've not seen the story or played this before. I have a feeling it's that scumbag that was supposed to be curing the plague. But damn it, Lydia, move. Oh crap. Oh, there's no bowl underneath. Oh, somebody runs in there to just... Excerpt from the travel journal of a whaler in his final years. Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2, or Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the Isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. But it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Very young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every part of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles off Morley, gaff-hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. What's the story behind a Twitch name? Or behind my Twitch name? It was literally as simple as me randomizing the name of food and animals, and I came up with Kumquat Hedgehog. I just stuck with one that made me laugh. I can close it. That's a good story. Well, it's true. I'm gonna leave it down. Give him one more hurdle to overcome. Excerpt from a theater play. How much is there? There's going to be a lot of books in this game, isn't there? I hope some of them are going to be the same. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir? Clothed so in my very home, I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian. Prince Kalasar, moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. Prince Kalasar, smiling coyly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Lord Nathan Bale, gasping. Oh my. Kalasar, your skin is so warm, it burns. What? At least the toilet has some functionality. Yeah, that's more than a lot of the things around in this game. Shadow and Bitterleaf, excerpt from a longer work of fiction. Finding my way to the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. Whew. Damn.
Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
Okay, good. They're not all glowing. Oh, crap. Wait, isn't this the one? Good, good. There are duplicates. Okay, good. Volume 1. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt. The woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dreams. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so. As the wind and pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Except from a book on naval history. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, and none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov, that's his name, Sokolov. That's the painter. Now represent the highest standard in whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. Crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies, such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. Alright, back to the technology that makes no fucking sense at all.
Log entry 1-4. Seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. With Pendleton's voting block and my military connections, all we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point? We need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. And Bob. Is this off? Switch. Switch, where the hell is the...
If I may, I am the personal assistant to Lord Pendleton, and one of the senior servants at Pendleton House, as was my father. Now I am entrusted with this house, the home of the Loyalists. I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city of Dunwall, I believe he can do it. If anyone can get your old life back, it's him. I don't need to tell you. If the authorities investigated this case, for us to explain ourselves.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace, please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
There's higher up.
Evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
At the end of every year, after the last day of month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. New Year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it's time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting high overseer calls for the hymn of atonement and the fugue feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time during the astrological alignment does not exist and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has been. So they have a purge. Read that one. Excerpt from a work of fiction, early chapters. My stomach twisted as the engines of the odd vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Horchado, third prefect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Horchado pulled a lever, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Bryn looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It will protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on your way to the outer spheres.
Maybe you haven't seen much of it, but the city has changed a great deal after the Empress died. Since the Lord Regent took over, the city watch is best avoided. Most people try not to go outside at all.
Pick up the can.
remain in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
We can't leave the pub. I've nowhere to go anyway. My apartment was in the flooded district.
We brought a few trifles over from Pendleton Manor. A touch of home in these trying times.
Really? Wow, this place is like...
Signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
Money.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Oh yeah, last time I checked, I was behind the bar. Yeah, jellied eels. Yum yum.
Attention all citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized.
Good to have
What happened?
Will be subject
Nothing
to
against the others,
interrogation
but
and
there's no
detained when
substitute for a
necessary.
man who's done his
Remember,
service for the
the
crown.
boldest measures are the
Have you
safest.
talked to Piero yet? He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Overage prison. Go see him when you can.
Why did it teleport me? That was weird.
I'll do crafting your weapons and gear, all custom made. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's terrible leaks. The dispenser upstairs will provide you with a fresh tank of whale oil. They're heavy, but you are no doubt strong enough to carry one back down here, if you would. Handle them gently, or they will explode and kill us both. Did I mention that already?
Note from a recent book detailing Sokolov's machines. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease. The process is simple enough that any common workman or even a lower guardsman of the City Watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. Few incidents have occurred resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Wants me to pick that up. Okay. They're from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin, Charlie Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose, if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine. which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because the strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it with the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and spirit, and it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest, for you see Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and sweet variants in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Renhaven River. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal? Tivian ore? What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King's sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it. We're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve of your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the old crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. You like that stuff? But Dead Counter Responsibilities. Excerpt from a Manual on New City Watch Procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the Dead Counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any Dead Counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance. Okay. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Piero Joplin. Of course, I have attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs. Of course, and why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Whale vivisection, excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 foot in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with it thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assume she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Excerpt from the founder of Greaves Whale House by Ebenezer Greaves. Out at sea, they secured the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys kept the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the fuel tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly for once.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substance is developed. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Perfect. Now plug it in. Just get it near the... Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Some lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Brilliant. Ah, great. Money is a finite source in this game. Whew. Okay, so this just made it completely required to look under like every rock for money.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Havelock.
You've met Piero. Good. You'll want to get some rest now.
River traffic
You'll
is
be needed
forbidden
soon.
from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment
Lord
and
Pendleton's servant,
rehabilitation.
Wallace, awaits you upstairs. He can show you to your chambers. Sleep well.
Is the man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
I can't speak to you?
Please follow me to your quarters.
So it is the top room.
I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me.
This is your room. It was chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
Yeah. A lead treatment. At least I will reward you. Wait, what? Oh, after High Overseer camp. After that mission. After that mission, but before sleep. Speaking of which. I was waiting it for it to load. I didn't realize it was waiting for me. Wait, what? This was open. That's how you get... That's how you get out to the rooftops. What? Later, less cobwebs. So either this is after some time has passed, couple days maybe, or this is a dream. Judging by the fog, this is a dream. We'll say it is a cool looking dream.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come.
Okay, who are you?
For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
A blink. Dash forward. Okay. You cannot save her. Corvo, I am very sad. They say that you're dead like Mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. No, I didn't like him. That has longer reach than I thought. That's interesting. Arc towers. Explosive bomb. That's a good way to tell players that these particular constructs are dangerous. Why isn't my magic regenerating? Does it not regenerate? Oh no. I think it might not regenerate. Oh, I just touched it and it fell.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Moving the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone charm or rune. It beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press left trigger while targeting a person or location. Oh wow, okay. So this is a like double detector, detects two things, and is also multi-purpose because it can scan something else. That's crazy. Okay. Lights up. Starts beating. Wow.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things, cradle songs of comfort in bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
At least I don't have to read any of the books. Is that a bone charm? No, it's a rune, okay. So runes are points that can be traded for powers? I feel like I should wait. I want to upgrade Blink. Big time. No mana consumption, so these are passive. Yeah, I want bend time. I'll take out some health regeneration. Start with that.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Oh.
Once bleeding from the eyes occurs, death is inevitable. All suspicions of plague, regardless of severity, must be reported. Attention Dunwall citizens. River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious disease. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder? I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty. You know, I tried to attend services with the overseers for a while. They've just gotten more and more, I don't know, rabid about the 7 strictures and witchcraft and all that nonsense.
Good day, Master Corvo. Lydia and I trade chores sometimes, and I'm starting to think I never come out ahead. She's a smart one.
Does her voice sound familiar?
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad, here and there. There's a little Tivian blood in the Pendleton line. That's the worst anyone can say about them. They think it's come out in the brothers, just a little bit. My Lord Trevor's pure...
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although Father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
I hope the attic's to your liking. I've slept there myself on summer nights.
Corvo seems to have arrived in good shape. Much better than I expected, given what I've seen of Coleridge Prison. He seems willing to work with us, and he shouldn't lack for motivation. The man has lost everything. We'll judge how he performs in the field. And if I can, I'll find a way to test him personally.
The old port district has been added to the evacuation list. The weaver count for the month of peace has increased. The Lord that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal. Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to erode or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Havelock stopped in earlier, but I forgot what he wanted. He's waiting to see you, I believe.
Oh yeah, wait a minute.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills hound, and money changes hands.
Hey, what's up?
I hope you're well rested. The Admiral has some adventures in store for you, but only he knows the details.
What do you think of this?
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits. Glad to see you got your rest, Corvo. You'll need it.
Oh, Corvo? If you've a moment. Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin. I overheard the Admiral at breakfast, talking about the Overseers. That's all I heard. And I think it's better if I don't know too much about what you people are doing.
Okay, so how much? 254 coins. I don't think that's enough to upgrade Annie. We'll see.
What can I do for you?
Nope. Alright, that's gonna be it for now. I gotta get to sleep. I have work to do. I don't want to stop. Like, this game is interesting. I don't have much of a choice right now.